Shalom Akim. All praise glory and honor be to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Akakudash. Kalala Yamla Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Akakudash. Alright, the true name for the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. And the true name for his Son is Yahushai. Alright. Double honors to our apostles of James Graham Stone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing this truth in our sincerity. Yeah, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, West Indians are the real Israelites. We are the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. All right. And the topic of this lesson is this is the plague. All right. And this is the effect of what war can be, how devastating war can be. And as you can see, they caption it. This isn't just anime. This is a memory drawn in pain. It's the atomic bomb explosion in Hiroshima. All right, and they're showing you the devastating effect of what they did, America, of what America did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Saying, and nations who know and understand, that's why, you see, Putin don't really, like men like Putin, don't really, want a war, because, they well understand, the devastation and the after effect, or the effects of a war, a nuclear war, that, nobody wins really, nobody wins, especially when you have two nuclear armed forces going at it. But nevertheless, it's the prophecy of the Heavenly Father that these bombs were created to be used, to show the sharpness, it is furbished, that it may glitter. The Most High created the swords to be used. All right, and those were atomic bombs that were dropped. Now they have nuclear bombs. All right, now it's nuclear. The level at which the bombs have improved, are being developed. Things will be way more devastating than even this, man. But let me read this precept quickly, because it's all about the prophecies of the Father. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, 2 Esdras 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in their mouth, said the Lord. And the Heavenly Father have told these things to men before us, and we hear declaring and breaking down the same. When he's about to destroy kingdoms, man, he sent prophets to give warning about the destruction and how they should, and what to do, to be guarded in such a case. Now, as you can see, the first precept that came to mind when I saw the when the bomb dropped, and people is gonna come up to that now. You see where you have there, this precept in Zechariah 14:12 is the first precept that came to mind, and this shall be the plague where the Lord will smite out all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Just like you see it displayed, just like you seen the display a while ago. Their tongues being consumed away in their mouth, and their eyes consume away in their head, man. And we'll play about that. It's the first precept that came to mind that the prophet saw. This vision was given unto Zechariah. And we hear declaring the same, because this is a future prophecy. All right, this is something that is set to happen in our time, in this time. And this shall be the plague, because the thermonuclear fire that is coming from these ICBMs are the plague. All right, where the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, all the other nations. Their tongue, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. So while they're standing, man, even from the flesh, you know what I mean, alone, and they showed it to you in the movie Terminator Judgment Day. You know, the people that got burnt with that by that fire, that bomb, or that thermonuclear fire, man. You know, that is coming from these ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, that will be fired into the Earth atmosphere on America by nations like Russia, China, you know, India, Iran, and even the allies of America will also point arrows and fire at America according to Revelation. You know, I mean, the 17th chapter, I believe. Seeing these shall eat the ore, and you know, shall burn her with fire. Basically, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. See, they're gonna be burnt to ashes. See, nothing gonna be left of them, of anyone. And America is that place of judgment that's gonna be utterly consumed by fire. That's what John saw when he was out there standing on the lake of fire. But really, you know, being out there in the earth atmosphere, you know, looking down on America, because when the elect is delivered, they're gonna be up to the into the earth atmosphere in the chariots. Because we're gonna be delivered up into the chariots, and we're gonna be looking down on America covered with fire. That's why when John saw it, he said, "And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire." Because America is going to be covered, all of that land, that large landmass is going to be utterly covered with fire. And everything in its part, just like what you see in this video, everything in its way will be burned to ashes. And that's what lead me now to my next precept, which is in 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, coming when you least expect it. Yeah, because a lot of people, they're not looking for the coming of the Lord, because them say from them born them hear say God will come, and I know them not say God yet. Them say even them grandmother did say God will come, and them grandmother dead and God still not come. So a lot of people don't believe say the Heavenly Father will come back. His Son is coming back to take the world, to take his elect up, man, and destroy the rest of the people. All right, that have fought against and hit Jerusalem. And even the wicked majority of the people of Israel are going to be put to death because of their wickedness against the Most High and this chosen. The hate that they have for Yahushua. See? But the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. The rulership, the kingdoms of the earth, you know, will pass away. With great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. You know, your buildings, you know, your trees, you know, all things that is in the path of that fire that will be in America will be turned to ashes, and America will be flattened. Then in I think it's in same Zechariah, who is this great mountain against Zerubbabel? It shall become a plain, a lowland, a flat land. America will be flattened, you know, by thermonuclear fire. You know, it will become a desolate land, man, a land as Isaiah 34, you know, prophesied about that land, and the smoke of it shall go up forever. You know what I mean? And it's only gonna be a place where wild animals and wild creatures will live. Nobody will ever inhabit that land again. Then, so the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right? The heat coming from these missiles, man. The earth also and the works that are there, it shall be what? Burnt up. See? That's the damage that the fire gonna create, that the thermonuclear fire gonna create. See? Verse 12, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be what? Dissolved, and the elements shall melt with what? Fervent heat. You know? So I just wanted to bring that out, man. This is part of prophecy. As a matter of fact, I'm not finished yet. I'm going to go to verse 5 in 2nd Ezra. Read verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are what? Faithful and true. These are written in the Bible, in the Holy Scriptures. All right? And we're here reading about it now and warning you about them. All right? We jump to verse 5. He said, behold, said the Lord, I will bring what? Plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Yeah, the Heavenly Father is the one bringing that destruction. And he's going to bring that destruction in the form of plagues, like the thermonuclear fire. You're going to have disease and pestilence, man, affecting people. All right? And putting people in debt to death in masses. Yeah, these are the things that we forewarn. And before that, they're going to have, really hard times transitioning into more and worse at times. All right? But the Heavenly Father has promised that he will protect the elect, his servants, in those days, in those times, man. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues. Not man, not nobody. He will bring plagues. So this thermonuclear fire, the Heavenly Father says in Isaiah 54 and 16, I believe, that he have created the smith. All right, the maker of weaponries. Isaiah 54, I believe, and 16. Let me try that. Isaiah 54, all right, and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that blow the coals in fire. These were the ancient maker of weapon, the smith. But we still have smith. They are the ones, man, that split the atoms. The modern makers of weaponry are still smith. Right? The Most High is the one who created them and give them the understanding to create these bombs, to create these nuclear weaponries. See? And that bring it forth to an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. All right? These nations that hold and have these nuclear weapons. All right? He's the one who created them, the one that will press the button, right? To fire off the missiles and creating to do those jobs, man. Yeah? All is working for the Most High. All right? And this is the plague. This is one of the major plagues that he's going to use to destroy the enemies, mainly America. He's a center point of rulership. See, Babylon the Great. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, right? The sword is one of the plague, is one of the form of destruction. See, people killing each other with the sword, man. Can be either literal sword, guns, whatever killing instrument. Famine going to play a great role. This is a big part of prophecy too. The famine that is coming upon the whole world. Upon the whole world, not some of the world. Everybody have to face it. Everybody have to face with these kind of destruction. Famine, death, and destruction. The destruction of society. The destruction of the world that you love. You know what I mean? So, this is the plague, man. This is the major plague that we're looking forward to. Because this is the plague that will end this world. The war that will end all wars, man. This is the plague that is coming upon the earth where the Heavenly Father is going to make divine intervention by sending his son to take up the elect, to save them from this kind of destruction. That when the missiles are coming down, he's taking up his elect simultaneously. Man. He's taking up his servants simultaneously into those chariots. That's the deliverance that we're looking forward to. You know? So with that, may hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. Shalom.